Hello, everybody. Welcome to the cafe on today. I am super duper excited because I get to hang out with Toni Shiloh on today, guys. Oh my goodness, her latest release, The Love Script. It is live and in color, and Toni Shiloh has graced us with her presence to talk about her new release. She's going to give us an exclusive on today, and she may spill just a little bit of tea as well. Oh my goodness, Toni, welcome to the cafe, my friend. And for all of you guys who are joining us, of course, you already know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe and come and hang out with us on today. Toni Shiloh, I'm going to allow you, my friend, to introduce yourself to the people.
Thank you so much for having me here again. It's been awesome every time I get to chat with you guys. I'm Toni Shiloh. I write Christian contemporary romances. Like Angela says, my newest book, The Love Script, is out, and it's the first book in my new series, Love in the Spotlight, and I absolutely adore this book.
I love it. And Toni, we are definitely going to talk a little bit about this being the first book in a new series from you. So of course, we are super duper excited and we want to celebrate with you as well. But before we get into that, with this being book one of a new series, you know where I'm going, Toni. We gotta talk about this amazing cover. I tried to match the cover, so I hope I did okay.
You
But
did good.
please tell us about the Love Script cover and what was it like when you saw this cover and knew that this is the one?
Yeah, I feel like the designer did such an amazing job. Like she peeked in my brain and had exactly what I wanted. I mean, the Hollywood background, the spotlight,
Yes.
Lamont and Nevaeh looking just like they walked out of my imagination and onto a cover is also pretty amazing. And the colors, I loved the blue, that splash of pink. I loved everything about it.
I love that. Now, when you guys were putting this cover together, did you give them any insight on what you pictured or what was in your head of what it looks like? What was that experience like for you?
Oh yeah, they make it really easy. They have a form we fill out with our ideas, and we can include any inspiration photos for the characters, any background, any even comparison book covers. Like, if you like this cover, maybe make it similar, those kind of things. So I definitely had, like, I wanted the Hollywood sign, I wanted them on the cover. But even though I left the rest pretty ambiguous, I feel like she just nailed it. Like,
Yeah. I love that. I love that. And guys, if you are just joining us, I am super duper excited because we're hanging out with the one and only Toni Shallow, guys. She has a new release. It is called The Love Script, and she is hanging out with us here at the cafe on today. Toni, they are showing you love in the comment section and they are coming on in. Hello, Paulette Brown. Thank you so much for joining us on today as well. We have Antoinette Gates that is hanging out with us. Hello, Antoinette. Thank you for joining us today. We have Myra Cook that is hanging out with us as well on today. We have author Sharon Blunt that's hanging out with us as well. So, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And of course, like we like to say here at the cafe, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down and hang out with us here at the cafe. Now, okay, now, Toni, we got to talk a little bit about this title. But before we talk about that, you did mention to us that this is the first book in a new series for you, and this is the Love in the Spotlight series. Okay, Toni, what inspired this new series?
that's a great question. I was, after I wrote my two royal books, I wanted to do something similar in the sense that, like, the people were famous, but I wanted it set in America. And I was like, well, bummer, we don't have American royalty. And then I was like, wait, we have celebrities. And my brain just kind of went from there. Like, we love our American actors, other different celebrities, and we like to know what's going on in the world. So that was basically the idea. Like, pair a famous actor with someone normal,
Okay.
and then put them in a spotlight and see what happens.
Nice, nice. Okay, now I don't know how much tea you can spill, but you know I'm gonna try to get the people a little bit of tea. Okay, now going in, did you know that this was going to be a series or no? Once you kind of got into it, you was like, okay, I got more books to come for this series, Love in the Spotlight.
Um, yes, sort of. No.
Okay.
When I originally presented the idea to my editor, I thought they would all just be on their own. I was thinking they would all stand on their own, but they loved the idea so much they wanted me to make them into a series. I was
Oh,
like, "Ooh, how will I do this?" So I had to go back to the drawing board, and I ended up brainstorming with a close friend who helped me realize we could connect it through the guys. Which
okay.
will, if anyone's read the book already, they see how the guys are good friends and they chat quite often. And yeah, so I had no idea when the very first time I pitched it, but obviously when once I started writing this book, I knew already that it was a series.
I love that. I love that. And thank you so much for sharing and spilling a little bit of tea. Okay, now, Tony, we got to talk about this title, The Love Script. Okay, was this your original working title or this title kind of evolved? Tell us about this title, my friend.
Sure, it was not the working title,
Oh,
but when I saw the marketing team's suggested list of titles, like this one jumped off at me, and I was like, "Oh, that definitely has to be the title." Like it was perfect. My working title was All That Glitters.
oh, okay.
So I really like the love script. I think it fits better.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And Myra Rose says she enjoyed the audiobook
Oh,
as well. I love that. I love that. Now, Tony, can you tell us a little bit about because of course, like you said, this is the beginning of a new series. What is that like for Toni Shiloh? Like, is there a storyboard? Do you have pictures? Do you have Pinterest? Paint that picture for us, my friend. How do you put these new stories and characters together to get this developed for yourself?
yeah, I definitely am a huge Pinterest fan. So
Oh,
I do the pictures, I find the inspiration photos for, the characters, where they live, maybe even places they will visit during the course of the book, their houses, inspiration for like maybe even a living room, whatever comes to mind. And when I have all of that, as well as some details with the actual characters, like their names, their backstory, how they grew up, where they are on their faith, then I let the characters tell me the story and I write the story based off of them. I don't
oh,
plot
wow.
the actual story, I just let them tell the story.
Oh, nice. Okay. Now, okay, and speaking of that, I want to ask you this. Okay, when you think about the love script, okay, this is book one or what
Mhm.
have you. And when you are kind of putting everything together, all that good stuff, you're knowing what the characters looking like, you're knowing their personalities, all that good stuff. For this story, book one, what came first? Was it these amazing characters or was it the plot? Because this is some plot, okay? Which came first for you?
That's a really good question. I almost feel like it was probably neck and neck.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I knew I wanted it to be Hollywood, and I knew um, you know, I knew I wanted the heroine to be a hairstylist.
Okay.
So that came first before I delved into who those two actually were. I was like, well, okay, what kind of trouble can I put them in? Why would they
Oh,
need to meet? How would they even meet? So my brain just sat there thinking of different scenarios and whether or not they felt plausible and whether or not I had that like spark of, ooh, yeah, this is on the right track. So once I hit that spark of paparazzi photo, he's Mr. Conservative faith, and she's Not so much. I just kind of let the fun go from there.
I love that. I love that. Neil, okay, now Tony, you got to share with us a little bit. Once you got like what their occupations was going to be, once you kind of had the plot in mind of kind of how this story was going to play out, or what have you, can you share with us what was your research like for this? Was there things that you already knew, or did you kind of have to research different things to help flesh out this story?
Great question. I did have to do research. Even though I've been to LA before, it's been a minute. So I wanted to make sure that I could accurately portray the area and it
Okay.
seemed natural. So I picked someone's brain about that. I picked my brother's brain because he currently lives there. And then I had another early reader who read like the first draft who
Okay.
also was living there to give me feedback. And I'm trying to think what other research that I do. I think I research food because I
Oh.
can't write a story without talking about food.
Right. I love it. I love it. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with Toni Shiloh on today, guys. And let me just tell you, her latest release, The Love Script, it is live and in color. And of course, we will definitely be sharing with you of how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing, amazing, fun story as well. And Toni, I want to ask you this. You know, we got to talk a little bit about these particular characters a little bit. And so, if you can kind of like describe them a little bit to us, of course, I want to start with, okay, now I'm saying Nevea. How do
Mhm.
you pronounce? You know what, readers, we pronounce it our way. But how do you
Exactly.
pronounce her name?
That's exactly how I pronounce it too. So we're on the same track.
Okay, Nevea. So tell us a little bit about Nevea Richards. Of course, we know she's a hairstylist, but look, what else can you tell us about her?
So she is sassy, sarcastic. She likes to see people shine. She prefers to be behind the scenes. But I feel like she's also so loyal if she just gets the right people around her to show that characteristic. I may have given her a little people in her lives who don't deserve her. But I think what I love the most about her is that she's not afraid to ask questions and find out the whys of things. I think a lot of times, sometimes, some, some of us just accept an answer, but she'll dig behind it. Well, why? Why is it that way? And
Mhm.
then comes to a conclusion herself.
Yes, yes. And of course, we got to talk a little bit about Lamont Booker, swoon worthy. Okay. If you had to describe Lamont Booker, look, in 5 words or more, because you might need more, how would you
Okay.
describe this hot throb?
I mean, I think you took one of the words from me, heartthrob, believer, um, great son, loyal friend, and wants to present himself the best to those watching because
Hmm.
his platform is really important to him.
Now, when you think about the characters, and it can't, outside of the hero and the heroine in this amazing story, the love script, is there a character that was like fun or interesting for you to write? And was there also a character that was a little more complex for you to write? And it could, like I said, it could be the hero, the heroine, or maybe other side characters in this amazing story as well.
I would definitely say on the fun side is definitely Nevaeh, but also I really enjoyed Mrs. Hazelton. She's
Oh,
Nevaeh's
yeah.
neighbor. So she was a lot of fun to write. And then on the more complex side, I would probably say Nevaeh's roommate, Nora. I'm not used to giving my heroines difficult roommates.
Oh,
I think I've had so many in the past where they have their roommate as their best friend
uh-huh.
that my brain constantly had to like battle making them friends throughout
Yeah.
the book. Like, nope, you're not friend material. Don't go down that path.
Oh my goodness, guys. If you are just joining us, we're hanging out with Toni Shiloh on today, guys. The Love Script. It is live and in color. And Toni Shiloh is hanging out with us here at the cafe, and we're talking about it. And she's spilling a little bit of tea as well. And of course, if you have a question or two for Toni Shiloh in reference to her latest release, The Love Script, feel free to put it in the comment section as well. And we'll be sure to include you as well. And Tony, Mara said that Nora needed a good pop in the head.
Definitely.
And we have two Myras. The other Myra says she knows someone like that as well. Hello, LaShawn. Thank you so much for joining us on today as well. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are hanging out with Toni Shiloh on today, her latest release, The Love Script. Now, Toni, of course, you know, in this book, there is the glitz, there's the glam, there's all these amazing things that's going on behind the scene, all of this good stuff with these two. We have an amazing hero and heroine as well for this story. But I have to ask you, is there a playlist?
Yes, I love making playlists. I make a
Okay.
playlist for all of my books. So this one definitely had one. I had her on the playlist. I'm trying to think who else did I have on the playlist. Um, oh, I think I had Tupac, Pharrell
Oh,
on there.
look, we got a variety in this
We
playlist.
do, I know, all over the place. Neo was on there,
Okay.
Bruno Mars, Kool and the Gang. Basically songs that made me think of California.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then I had some inspirational songs from like one from Mandisa um, on there as well. Because I did want to include ones that represented the faith, but I think my main vibe was definitely California.
I love that. Look, and I'm with Antoinette. An eclectic list. I love that. I love that. Now, speaking of this particular playlist, Toni, are they able to go to your website and find this playlist to Spotify, YouTube? Where can we get our hands on a copy of this playlist?
Yeah, it's on Spotify.
Okay. I love that. I love that. And Toni, for the playlist, when you create them, you did share with us that you like creating playlists for your stories and things of that nature. Do you listen to these playlists like behind the scene when you're working on it, or what have you? Or how do you compile your playlist for each story?
So usually I compile it based on the setting, any themes going on in the story. And I think a song relates to that, or um, a song that might be special to a character. And then once I'm done compiling it, I listen to it every single time I'm working on it. So every single day I'm writing, editing, revising, all of that is when I listen to it.
I love that. And Tony, you probably already know we love a good playlist here at the cafe, okay? So thank you for sharing. So, guys, if you have not heard, there is a playlist to go along with the Love Script, and it can be found on Spotify as well. So, Tony, thank you so much for sharing and spilling a little bit of tea about what songs is on this amazing playlist for the Love Script. Now, guys, you probably already know, yes, Tony is going to be reading us a little snippet, just enough to wet your whistle. I'm going to allow her to share with us and to set the scene of what she's sharing with us at the cafe today of the Love Script.
So it was kind of hard to choose. I didn't know if I wanted to go for the beginning, so I wouldn't do any spoilers. But I actually want to share from one of the guys' text conversation. So
Okay.
Lamont texts a lot with his friends Chris and Tucker, and they're the heroes in books 2 and 3. And I had a lot of text messages in the first draft, but they had me kind of edit them out and pare it down, which was kind of sad, but it was needed. So I'm
Okay.
going to start from a text scene. All right. So, all right. Sorry. I was making sure I was at the one I wanted.
And Tony, while you're looking for the scene that you're going to share with us, it sounds like you spilled a little bit of tea about book 2 and 3. So, guys, guys, I don't know if you heard that, but there's gonna be a book 2 and 3.
All right, so this is after Lamont and Nevaeh have agreed to fake date, but the guys, Chris and Tucker, are texting. So Tuck says, "What happened with Nevaeh?" Chris, "I've been wondering the same thing. Been praying for you, man." Tuck, likewise. 5 minutes later, Tuck, "Lamont, you there?" Chris, "Should he be on set right now?" Tuck, "Maybe he's avoiding us because he thinks we won't like his answer." Chris, "I already said I'd support him regardless, didn't I?" Tuck, "Maybe they went on a date and he wants to tell us about it later." Chris, "I'll do an internet search." 2 minutes later, Chris, "They've been spotted eating at LeFou. Social media is going crazy. Some of these comments are downright hostile." Tuck, "Guess we need to ramp up our prayers. That poor girl is being thrown to the wolves." Chris, "We're praying for both of you, Lamont." Tuck, "Amen and amen. I'll even ask my folks and Piper to pray." Chris, "Show off. You know I don't have an army of folks to pray." Tuck, "That's okay. Your prayers will be added to ours and it'll be a spiritual army of prayer. Hey, gotta run. Talk to you later." Chris, "Same. And Lamont, we want to text or FaceTime to know everything is okay when you get a chance." And then the next chapter is in Nevaeh's POV where she says, "Everyone's staring." And I'll just let it stop right there.
Well, it sounds like, guys, it's going down in the text messages, okay? And now we already know a little bit because now she's like, everyone's staring. And then Tony gonna leave us on a cliffhanger. So let me just tell you, if you want to know why everyone was staring, I'm gonna need you to go get you a copy of the love script as well. Tony, thank you for sharing that snippet with us. And Myra Rose is giving us a little insight on the audio. She said the audio narrator for Tuck is hilarious. So, guys, if you love a good audio book, let me just tell you, you may want to listen to the love script in audio as well. I love that. I love that. Now, of course, Tony, you know we have to play a round of this or that, my friend, but I promise you, there is no right or wrong answer. It is all things according to Toni Shiloh. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, first up, audiobook or podcast?
Podcast.
Okay. Red carpet or photo shoot?
Oh, photo shoot.
Okay. Friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
Enemies to lovers.
Okay. Look, that was quick. Okay. This is the next one. Fake dating or siblings best friend?
Why are these so good? Fake dating.
Okay. Big city or small town?
Small town.
Okay. Now, Tony, you know we have to know here for the cafe, my friend. Are you team coffee or are you team tea?
Tea.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for playing around of this or that with us on today. Guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with the one and only Toni Shiloh. And guys, guess what? The love script, it is available now where books are sold. And we will be definitely sharing with you some more of how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing, amazing, fun story, The Love Script by Toni Shiloh. Now, Tony, can you share with us just a little bit about what you enjoyed about writing the love script?
Oh, I think for me, it was definitely the conversations between Nevaeh and Lamont. There was a lot of banter. I loved the pop culture reference, the movie drops that movie quotes they would use. It's something I like to do with my own husband is throw a movie quote in there and see if he gets it, or he does the same thing with me.
I love that. I love that. And of course, guys, yes, there is a giveaway on today. I'm going to allow Toni Shiloh to tell you, I know what the giveaway is, but I'm going to allow her to share with you what the amazing giveaway on tonight is going to be. Toni?
I am happy to give away a paperback copy of the Love Script to one lucky winner.
I love that. And Toni, of course, you're going to be my helper. I'm going to go up and down the comment section, my friend, and you're going to tell me when to stop. And that person will be the winner of a copy of the love script. Okay, let's get started here. I am ready when you are and when you tell me to stop. Okay.
Stop.
Okay.
I feel like you need some like no whammy music.
Jennifer L. Copeland, my friend, you are the winner of a copy of the Love Script. If you will
Woohoo.
inbox me your information, I'll be sure to get that over to Toni Shiloh, and she will get you a copy of the Love Script for you as well. Thank you so much for participating on today. Now, of course, Toni, they are probably wondering all of the places of where they can get their hands on a copy of the Love Script. Can you share with us how can they get their hands on a copy of this amazing fun story?
Of course, you can actually get it at any of your favorite retailers. I have most of the site links up on my website, tonyshiloh.com slash the, what is it? The dash love dash script.
I love that. I love that. And we'll be sure to put in the comment section as well of where you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing story, The Love Script, as well. Now, Toni, I'm sure they want to know as well, how can they stay connected with you, my friend?
Of course, again, tonyshiloh.com. There's contact sign up sheet. There's a newsletter subscribe, and all of my social media links are on there, so you can follow me.
I love that. I love that. And we'll be sure to make sure that we put Toni Shallow's website information in the comment section as well. So you guys can also sign up for her newsletter, all of that good stuff as well. And of course, once you read a copy of the Love Script, definitely leave a review. I know that Toni Shallow will be so appreciative of that as well. Of course, a like, tag, and share. Tell a friend about this amazing story as well. If you see it out in the wild, definitely take a picture, tag Toni Shallow as well. All of that good stuff. That's always fun to see all of the amazing places where the author book is. So the Love Script, it is available now, live and in color. It is an upbeat, fun read. Of course, y'all know that we like a good fake dating story as well. And Toni definitely brings it out in this amazing story as well. Now, Toni, of course, I want to allow you, my friend, to have what you want to say to the people.
Just thank you so much for joining us today. Like she said, the Love Script is currently out. Book two is set to release in May of 2024. It's going to be Tuck's story. It's called A Run at Love. And if you follow me, you'll know as soon as it's available for pre order.
I love that. And see, Toni, I love how you spilled some tea. You told them what book two is coming because you know they was wondering. They was wondering. So I love that. So, guys, you definitely have time to read the first book in the Love in the Spotlight series, which is book one, the Love Script. It is available live and in color. And Toni just shared that book two. It is coming in 2024, which is so exciting as well. Toni, thank you so much for joining us on today. And it sounds like to me that you had fun writing this story as well. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you watched us over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching us over there. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson's YouTube channel. If you watch over on Facebook, thank you so much for watching over there as well. Feel free to join Angela Anderson Presents on Facebook. I'm so appreciative of that. And of course, if you're not already, make sure you're following author Toni Shiloh. She is on social media. You can follow her on Facebook and Instagram. Of course, go to her website, sign up for her newsletter, and get you a copy of the Love Script. And Toni, if I'm not mistaken, it is available in all three ebook, print, and audiobook.
That's correct.
That's correct, guys. So whatever suits your fancy, make sure you go get a copy of this amazing, amazing story. And as we always say here at the cafe, have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye. Get a copy of the Love Script.